Hey, I'm
Mma.
a genetics student, and this is Genetics with Mma, where I break down biology, health, and everything genetics. No boring lectures, I promise. Today, we're starting from the very beginning, DNA, and I brought someone along who knows absolutely nothing about it on purpose. Troy, come say hi.
So today we're talking DNA. I'm gonna be honest with you right now, Down. I don't get it. At all.
That's exactly why you're here. DNA is literally the instruction manual for building you. Every single thing about you. So your height, your eye color, why you look like your mom but not exactly like her huff, it's all written in a code inside your body.
Wait, a code? Like,
Computer code? Kind of, yeah. Let me show you.
DNA stands for deoxyribonucleic acid. It's a double-stranded molecule that encodes and transmits genetic information, passed down from parents to their offspring. That's the official definition. Here's what it actually means. DNA isn't one solid thing. It's built from tiny repeating subunits called nucleotides. Each nucleotide has 3 parts: a phosphate group, a sugar, and a nitrogenous base. That sugar is called a pentose sugar, meaning it has 5 carbons. In DNA specifically, that sugar is called deoxyribose. That's actually where DNA gets its name. Now, the nitrogenous bases are the real stars. There are 4 of them: adenine, thymine, guanine, and cytosine. These 4 letters always pair up in a specific way: A with T and G with C. Why? Because of their shape. Adenine and guanine are purines, bigger double ring structures. Thymine and cytosine are pyrimidines, smaller single ring structures. A purine always pairs with a pyrimidine because the sizes fit together perfectly. And what actually holds each pair together isn't a strong chemical bond. It's something called hydrogen bonding, which is weak enough to let the strands unzip when your body needs to copy or reads DNA, but strong enough to keep the structure stable otherwise. These nucleotides link together to form 2 long strands, twisted around each other into that iconic double helix shape. But here's a detail most people miss. The 2 strands don't run in the same direction. They run anti-parallel, meaning one strand runs in one direction and the other runs in the opposite direction. Think of it like 2 lanes of traffic running side by side, but going opposite ways. That specific structure is part of why DNA can be copied so accurately. And the specific order these 4 letters appear in, that sequence, is literally the code that tells your body how to build you. Small stretches of this code are called genes. A gene is the segment of DNA that carries instructions for one specific trait or function. But here's something worth knowing. Not all of your DNA is genes. Large portions of your DNA don't code for any protein at all. They used to be dismissed as junk DNA, but scientists now know a lot of these regions play important regulatory roles. DNA is the whole book. Genes are only some of the sentences in it. Now, DNA has a cousin, RNA. People mix these up constantly, so let's be clear. RNA is single-stranded, while DNA is double-stranded. RNA's sugar is ribose instead of deoxyribose, which makes it far less stable than DNA. And RNA swaps out one base entirely. Instead of thymine, RNA uses a base called uracil. Same pairing rules, different letter. We'll get deeper into RNA when we talk about transcription. Here's why all of this actually matters outside a classroom. When something goes wrong in this code, even a tiny change in the sequence, it can cause real medical conditions. Sickle cell anemia, for example, is caused by a change in a single letter of DNA. Cancer, at its core, is DNA damage that causes cells to divide uncontrollably. Even the COVID vaccines you've heard about work by using genetic instructions to teach your cells what to do. Understanding DNA isn't just academic, it's the foundation of modern medicine. So next time someone says it's in your DNA, they're not exaggerating. It actually is, written in a 4-letter code, held together by bonds precise enough to unzip and rezip perfectly, passed down from your parents, shaping who you are.
Does DNA ever actually go wrong? Like, can it get copied incorrectly? And what happens if it does?
Yes, when DNA copies itself, it's almost perfect, but not always. Sometimes it inserts the wrong letter, like a typo, and a repair system usually catches it. But if one slips through, that mutation becomes permanent. That's actually how conditions like albinism and Down syndrome happen, but a specific error in the code that gets copied into every future cell.
You said those hydrogen bonds are weak. So why doesn't DNA just fall apart?
Because there are millions of those bonds along the whole strand. Each one alone is weak, but together that many bonds holding on at once makes the whole structure really stable. Okay.
Last one. And you said genes are only part of the DNA, so what's the rest of it even doing there?
It helps control when and how your genes switch on and off. It's more like the instructions for the instructions.
And that whole process. Yes.
We would be explaining how DNA gets copied and read next. Follow so you don't miss it.